looking to buy a new holster for your handgun, check out this video first. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Quinton's in the Gun Guy. So this is a beginner's guide to holsters. If you're buying a first holster for your handgun, or if you're looking to upgrade and maybe change up your holsters, or maybe buy a few extras. This is the 5 criteria that I've got to define a good holster, or to separate the bad holsters from the good ones. So let's check it out. So number 1 is firearm retention. Having a holster means that it needs to be under your control. That's according to law as well, and your firearm needs to be under your direct supervision or under your direct control, or in a safe. So direct control means that I need something that's going to hold on to my firearm, meaning firearm retention. And also, to add on to that, is when I use a holster, I want it to stay in one place. I don't want it to move around on my belt. So when I set it, it needs to stay in the same place. So practical examples, I'm going to use these 2 firearms of mine. It's a clear and safe, these 2 I'm going to use as examples for good holsters and bad holsters. This one I might be using the most because I've got the most holsters for my little Rossi 38 Special. But let's run through a few holsters, and you can see what I mean with good retention or bad retention. So this is my Edge Minimalist holster. I've done a review on this. If you want to check it out, link should be on top of the video. This is my little minimalist holster. So good firearm retention means that it's not going to fall out or go anywhere. This is a proper clip and it holds onto your belt. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this because I've done a proper review on everything. This, I would say, is a good holster. Same with my little SideTac holster. Done a review on this as well. Check out the link if you want. So, not going to fall out. It's not going anywhere. So this is good firearm retention. Now let's go over to other holsters. Let's say for the little Rossi. Again, little SideTac. Good firearm retention. It's not going to fall out, but it's still giving me a proper pull out of it. So good firearm retention. It's not going to fall out. This is an ankle holster for my little 38 Special. So it goes in nice and tight. I don't even need to fasten this clip. It's not going to fall out. So good firearm retention. This is really nice. As you can see, super solid. Now let's go for the oldest holster I've got. This is quite an interesting one. This is like a little nylon one. Problem with this is that when you use just this little holster, no firearm retention. If I shake this about, see it's already falling out. Rigorous movement, it's going to fall out completely. So I need to use this little clip to fasten it. Now it's got proper firearm retention. Is that ideal? Well, we're going to see that a bit later on the video. Number 2 is movement. You need to be able to move comfortably, and the holster and firearm should not impede your movement. So it shouldn't be uncomfortable to move around. I've actually got quite a few videos on this, so let's check those out quickly. That's my test that I do for holsters to see if it impedes my movement, if it's still comfortable to move around. That's for various reasons. If something is going to impede your movement, it's going to be uncomfortable. So when it's uncomfortable, you're going to keep it in the safe. So we don't want that. You want to keep it on you permanently. Secondly, is you need to be able to move around quickly. Let's say if there's a threat, you need to be able to fight, stay on your feet, or jump around, or you need to be able to run away if it's a really serious threat. you always want to get away from the threat, and it's not always necessary to engage it. So running away and knowing how to run away and when to run away, it's a very, very valuable skill. It's probably going to save your life more than probably using a firearm. Number 3 is a close trigger guard. This just keeps anything from catching your trigger. So when the firearm is inside your holster, the trigger guard is completely closed up, meaning the trigger and the trigger guard, nothing can hook onto it, maybe pull the trigger by accident. This is quite an important safety aspect. So all the holsters that I've got here mainly is with closed trigger guards. Closed trigger guard sticks out there a bit, but you can't get to the trigger. I'm sure you can see on camera there. All of the other ones, this Kydex is completely closed up. That's where my retention's at, is on the trigger guard. So closed up trigger guard, super important. Let's go over to the little Rossi. Even this old little nylon holster has got a completely closed off trigger guard. So closed off trigger guard, just a safety aspect. You can't accidentally pull the trigger. That's not ideal. I don't really like this exposed trigger. Again, with revolvers, it's not as serious. Long, hard trigger pull, it's not going to go off by accident because you really need to pull. What's nice about this is that this clip here holds the hammer down. So when you pull there, it's going to block the hammer from actually moving to the back. So this is part of the safety, just because it's open there, it's going to keep the hammer down for you here. Same as this one as well. There's an outside waistband holster, same manufacturer. So trigger guard is slightly open, but you see the trigger is tucked away behind there. So this is still safe, and my hammer is locked down with this clip here. So still a safe scenario, but look out for something that has a closed off trigger guard, especially with the Glocks. Glocks isn't a hard trigger pull, and it can go off once it's maybe pulled on a piece of clothing or something like that. So make sure closed off trigger guard. Number 4 is a 1 second draw. So that's the time that it takes you from where you need to start moving till the first shot. That needs to be 1 second, or a little bit less than 1 second preferably. So whatever you carry, you need to be able to get it out and online as soon as possible. So let's check out a few examples of that now. So as you can see, there's quite a few examples of getting a 1 second draw with various firearms and holsters. So make sure when you buy a new holster that you are going to be able to get it online as quick as possible. So this is a very nice holster for that specific reason. This is a nice smooth drawing holster. It's easy to get it out. 1 second draw is quite easy with this. Again, let's move on to the SITAC one with a Rossi revolver. This is a quick pull. The retention is in the holster, so there's nothing holding the firearm down. So it's held on by the frame. So this is very, very nice to be able to just defeat that bit of resistance and get it out and get it online as soon as possible. Another holster that's not going to give you a 1 second draw is this little outside waistband one. This goes in, but you need to get this clip off before you're able to draw the firearm. So whichever way you want to do it, maybe with your index finger pop it off and then pull it out, is going to slow your draw quite a bit. So getting 1 second draw with this is going to be super difficult. Number 5 is the old hard holster versus soft holster debate. With the previous generation, the boomers, they would prefer a softer holster for their firearms. Let's say maybe the leathers or the woven nylons. They just prefer this because it gives you a bit less holster wear on your firearm, and that's the material that they had plentiful back then. Molded holsters weren't as popular just yet, and Kydex as far as my knowledge stretches, is a fairly recent, fairly recent holster, especially in South Africa as well. That's quite recently that they've really come in and gained some momentum. I prefer the harder holsters, just because it gives you a bit better firearm retention. This is a cheap little SITAC holster. This is about 350 Rand, and this gives me proper firearm retention, and it gives me a sub-second draw. What more do you want? Great thing about this is that it doesn't pull in and keep moisture. I did stay on the coast for a couple of years. Problem we had there is that moisture goes into your leather holsters. This pulls in moisture quite a bit, and then also these material ones, these woven nylons. This pulls in moisture as well. So moisture on a holster and your firearm is against this moisture the whole time. It's not an ideal situation. So you probably are going to get rusting. So you need to oil your firearm more, just to have a preventative measure. Also, as stated previously with our 1 second draw test, you're not going to be able to get a 1 second or a sub-second draw with this. I might be surprised. Someone might be out there getting a fast draw on that. But the holsters I've got, soft holsters top. They all work with these clips. They need something to keep the firearm in. So that's not a great scenario. Also, you do get others on the market. I don't even have an example to show you that sticks against your body. I don't like those ones at all. They did come out with an improvement with a clip that clips onto your belt, which is quite a good improvement. So it's not just going to rely on it sticking against your body when you want to pull it out, because the worst thing that could happen is you pull out your firearm and the holster comes with it. Back to number 3 is a closed trigger guard. Once your holster comes out with your firearm, you're not going to be able to get to the trigger. You need to clear it and then get it online. So that's a dangerous situation. You don't want to be playing around with your firearm when there's a threat nearby, because when you pull your firearm, you need to engage it quickly. You're not just going to pull your firearm just for the fun of it. That's illegal anyway. So when you pull it, you need to have a good reason. You need to get it online as soon as possible. So getting back to that, is also softer holsters are more difficult to reholster your firearm. Because your belt presses against it, it collapses your holster. When it collapses, it's a pain to get it back. So let's say you had to use your firearm, you need to put it back to get a cell phone out, to phone the ambulance or to phone for help, phone the police. Then you need to be able to put your firearm away when you want. You don't want to battle with this and then lose all situational awareness. That's what's great about these Kydex holsters, is they are solid. Your belt isn't going to collapse them, so it's quite easy just to pop your firearm back again. Now there's one exception to the rule. This is a soft holster. This is a belly band that comes around your waist. This is a soft holster. So firearm retention, it isn't great without this little retention band that goes over it. This is a nice little piece of kit. This is really just for gym clothes, especially for the ladies. This is perfect. This is actually my wife's one. I borrowed this just for demonstration purposes. Are you going to get a 1 second draw with this? No, probably not. This is my 5 criteria that I test all my holsters with, and I do all my holster reviews according to those 5 things as well. As you can see on the videos that I've posted from previous reviews that I did. So I really hope this helped you guys out in choosing your future holster, or maybe just reassessing the holster that you already have. Maybe it's not up to spec. There are better ones on the market. There's always better ones on the market. You need something that fits your body, fit your firearm, and fit your lifestyle. Get something that's going to move around your lifestyle. I've got a few different holsters for my one firearm. My wife has quite a few holsters for her firearm, just so the holster molds according to your situation where you're at. So you can't just go, well, I don't have something that goes with this outfit, I'm just going to leave my firearm in the safe. A firearm is like a parachute. If you need it and you don't have it, you're never going to need it again. So stay safe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. Have a good one.